Typecasting's cut for November, folks. You may notice a few of us have sheets of paper instead of books. First of all, this is because our selection today is mostly digital, but we do have a few copies in the library. Secondly, it's because it's a play, so we decided to go with something a little more script-like. We are today reading Moliere's classic, The Misanthrope, an absolute delightful comedy about a very grouchy old man. Unfortunately, we had a debate over who should play said character, but I'm sure you'll enjoy what we decide on. With nothing else, enjoy. What is the matter with you?
Let me alone!
But wait, tell me what crazy idea possessed you.
Let me alone, I say! Go hide your face!
But you can listen at least and not get angry?
I want to be angry. I don't want to listen!
I am baffled by your sudden sulky fits. Good friends we are, and yet nevertheless, I somehow feel that...
Your friend, am I? Don't be so sure of that. Certainly I've declared it up till now. But your behavior has enlightened me. I tell you frankly, I am your friend no longer. I want no place in a corrupted heart.
And so else does you drudge me so very guilty?
Why you should go and die out of pure shame. There can be no excuse for such an action. A man of honor should be scandalized. I watch you load a man with compliments, with protests of the tenderest affection. You put your arm around him, uttering vows of aid and comfort and profound esteem, and when I ask you afterwards who he is, you're hardly able to recall his name. You tell me he's a man of no importance. Good God! I call it infamous, outrageous, to stoop to the betrayal of oneself, and if by some misfortune I had done so, I think remorse would make me hang myself.
I hope that hanging's not imperative, and I will ask you your kind indulgence. Let me plead and appeal for your decisions. Please don't insist that I go hang myself.
I don't think the occasion calls for humor.
But seriously, what should a person do?
A man should be sincere, and in all honor, he shouldn't say a word his heart disclaims.
When a man greets you warmly, joyfully, you naturally respond the same way. You meet his cordiality with your own and match his offers and return his vows.
No, I can't say that mean, unworthy fashion which you society people now affect. There's nothing I detest like the contortions of all these great dispensers of lip service, spreading their arms for insincere embraces, overflowing with useless courtesies, trying to win a war of compliments, treating alike the gentleman and the fool. What does it mean if a man pats and pets you, swears to his friendship, constancy, regard, extols your shining merits to the skies, then does the same to the next nobody? A man who has some self-respect despises the expression of prostituted homage. One's vanity is easily satisfied by having a share of universal honors. But true esteem is based on preference. Esteeming everyone, you esteem nothing. Since you accept the vices of our time, morbleu, Philinte, you're not the man for me, and I reject a love so comprehensive that it can see no difference in merit. I want a special love, to put it frankly. The friend of a human race is not my friend.
Well, in society, you have to express the usual formulas of polite behavior.
But I say no. I say you should denounce this shameful game of imitation friendship. A man should be a man and dare to show the substance of his spirit in his words. A man's true self should speak and never mask his genuine feelings in vain compliments.
Still, there are many times when utter frankness would be ridiculously out of place. Sometimes, with all respect to your high honor, it's a good thing to hide what's in one's heart. Would it be suitable to tell people everything you really think about them? Dealing with someone whom you so much dislike or really hate, ought you tell him so?
Yes.
What? And so you tell old Amelie it's time to lay aside her claims of beauty. Say her enameled face is really an outrage.
Surely.
Tell Dolores that he's a bore. that he's deafened every year at the court with his nobility and gallant deeds?
Assuredly.
You're joking.
Not at all. I am going to tell the truth and spare no man. I've seen enough. The life of court and town presents a picture which revolts my soul. I'm filled with loathing. I am nauseated to see how men behave with one another. All I see everywhere is flattery, injustice, treason, selfishness, deceit. It makes me furious, and I cannot stand it. I will defy the entire human race and destroy the world.
Your spleen is philosophic but excessive. In fact, your evil humor makes me laugh. We too, with the same background, make me think of brothers in Moliere's The School for Husbands, wherein he...
No, that comparison's too silly.
Now seriously, give up these volatile fits. The world wouldn't change for anything you do. And since you think that frankness is so charming, I will be frank and say your obsession amuses people everywhere you go. You make high fury against current customs, makes you ridiculous in the eyes of many.
Splendid, Morglow, splendid, and that is what I want. An excellent sign. I am delighted at it. Men have become so odious to me, I'd hate to have them think me sensible.
You certainly have it in for human nature.
Yes, I have learned to hate it thoroughly.
And all poor mortal men, without exception, will be the objects of your disapproval. I see a number as I look about me.
My hate is general. I detest all men, some because they are wicked and do evil, others because they tolerate the wicked. Refusing them the act of vigorous scorn which vice should stimulate in virtuous minds, why only see their toleration toward the arrogant rogue who's gone to law with me. Behind his mask the scoundrel's visible. Here everybody knows his character, and his protesting eyes, his honeyed tongue, impose on no one but a casual stranger. And that contemptible boor notoriously has made his way in the world by dirty means, so that his present splendid situation makes merit tremble and makes virtue blush. Whatever eminence he may have gained, there's no one to respect his reputation. Call him an infamous swindler, filthy sneak. You hear no contradiction, all agree. And yet, his fawning face is widely welcomed. He crawls in everywhere. He is accepted. And if intrigue can gain some credence, you see him win over the worthiest man. Damnation! How it wounds me to the heart to see how tactful people are with vice, and sometimes I am seized by a wild impulse to flee from human beings to some desert.
Don't take so seriously our social habits, and be more merciful to human nature. Don't treat with such rigorous principle and look a little kindly on errors. Virtue should be indulgent in our world. A man who overdoes it and who is overwise may be at fault. The soundest judgment flees extremities. Using that we be sober in our wisdom, the rigid virtue of ancient sages is out of key with the present usages. It asks too much perfection of mankind. A man should bend to some privileged mood, and it's surely a signal folly to try to reform and cure a society like you. I notice hundreds of things a day which might be better if they were different. But when these matters do present themselves, I don't fly into a fury as you do. I just take men sincerely as they are, and train myself to suffer what they do. I think that both at court and in the city, my calm philosophic is as your spleen.
But, sir, this calm which reasons so astutely cannot this calm be stirred by anything. And if it chances that a friend betrays you and baits a trap to get your property, or if he spreads slanderous tales about, you'll see all that without becoming angry.
Why, yes, I see these faults which you complain of as vices which are part of human nature. In short, my spirit is no more offended to observe a selfish, unjust, rascally man than see a virtuous ones they prey upon, or mischievous monkeys or ferocious wolves.
And I should see myself betrayed and robbed, and I should not, more below, I shan't reply. Your argument is far too idiotic.
In fact, you would do well to hold your peace. Don't rage so much against your adversaries, and pay some attention to your case.
I won't pay any at all, and that is that.
But who will make solicitation for you?
Who? Reason, my just right, and equity.
You won't have anyone call upon the judge?
By no means is my case unjust or doubtful.
Certainly not, but schemers can make trouble, and...
No, I've resolved I will not take a step. I'm right or I am wrong.
I wouldn't trust to that.
I will not move an inch.
Your enemy's strong, he has his gang.
It makes no difference.
You'll suffer for it.
I want to see what happens.
But...
Then to lose the case will be my pleasure.
However...
In this lawsuit, I will learn if men will have enough effrontery, if they'll be wicked and rascally enough to do injustice in the sight of the world.
What a man.
Yes, no matter what it costs, I'd like to lose the case for the beauty of it.
People would really laugh at you, Alceste. They shouldn't hear you talking this way.
Then let them laugh.
But these high principles which you expect to be exactly followed, and this uprightness of your character, can they be matched in the lady whom you love? Frankly, I'm surprised that you, who seem to be the enemy of the human race, have chosen from odious humanity a representative who charms your eye. And what astonishes me even more is that you picked on this particular person. Eliante, the seer, has a liking to you. The prim Arisone looks kindly at you, and yet you seem unconscious of these fondness. Alclamene holds you in servitude. She whose coquettish humor and sharp tongue are so consistent with the current fashion, since you hate this fashion so intensely, how can you bear the lady's pleasure in it? Do the faults vanish in so sweet a creature? Do you excuse faults, or do you just not see them?
The love I feel for the lady, widowed so young, can hardly blind me to her obvious faults. I am the first to see them and condemn them, despite the affection she inspires in me. Nevertheless, whatever I may do, I grant my weakness, recognize her power, and though I see her faults and blame them in her, it is too much for me. She makes me love her. Her charm subdues me. But certainly my love will cure her of these fashionable vices.
If you do that, you will be doing something, and so you're sure she loves you.
Yes, Pablo. I shouldn't love her if I didn't think so.
But if her preference is evident, why are you so disturbed about your rivals?
A total love demands a total love, and I came here with only this in mind, to tell her what I feel and what I ask.
If I were free to follow my impulses, her cousin Volante would be my choice. She's an upright spirit. She esteems you. She'd be so much more suitable for you.
It's true, my reason often tells me so, but reason's not the governor of love.
I don't feel easy for you, and your hopes might, well,
Inter orante. During the following speech, Alceste, dreaming, seems unaware that he is addressed.
I was informed below that Adante and Celimene were both gone abroad to make some purchase, but as they told me, you were here. I came up to assure you with a sincere heart that I have conceived an incredible esteem for you, and that for a long time this esteem has given me an ardent desire to be in the number of your friends. Yes, my heart loves to do justice to merit, and I evidently long that the bond of friendship might unite us. I think that a friend who is zealous, and of my quality too, is certainly not to be rejected. 'Tis to you, if you please, that this discourse is addressed.
To me, sir.
To you. Is it offensive to you?
Oh, no, indeed. But I am much surprised. I didn't expect the honor that to do me.
The esteem I hold you in ought not by any means to surprise you. You may claim it from the whole universe.
Monsieur.
The whole kingdom contains nothing which is not below the shining merits the world discovers in you.
Monsieur!
Yes, for my part, I hold you preferable to everything that I perceive the most considerable in it.
Monsieur!
May the sky crush me if I lie, and to confirm you in my sentiments, permit me with an open heart to embrace you, and to demand a place in your friendship. Your hand, if you please. You promise me your friendship?
Monsieur!
What? Do ye refuse?
Monsieur, it's too much honor to you that you do me. My friendship asks a little mystery, and we profane its name assuredly. By making it too easy to attain, this union should be circumspectly formed. And first, we ought to know each other better. We might turn out to have such characters that we would both be sorry for our bargain.
Egad, this is talking upon the affair like a man of sense, and I esteem you still the more for it. Let us leave it to time, then, to form so delightful a union, but in the meanwhile, I make you an entire offer of myself. If I'm to ask any favor of you at court, the world knows I make some figure near the king. I have his ear and faith. He always treats me with all the freedom in the world. In short, I am in all respects absolutely yours. And as you are a man of bright parts, I come, by the way of commencing this agreeable union, to show you a song, which I made a little while ago, and to know whether 'tis fit I should expose it to the public.
Sir, I am ill-equipped to be a judge, so please excuse me.
Why so?
I have the fault of being far too frank in such a case.
The very thing I ask. I should have room for complaints if exposing myself to you, that you might speak without dissimulation. You should deceive me and hide anything from me in disguise.
Well, I am willing, sir, since you insist.
A song. 'Tis a song. Hope. 'Tis a lady who had flattered my passion with some hope. Hope! These are none of your grand pompous verses, but your slighter verses, soft, tender, and languishing.
We'll soon see.
Hope! I don't know whether the style may appear sufficiently clear and easy, and whether you will be satisfied with the choice of the words.
We'll see, monsieur.
Besides, you must know that I took up no longer time than a quarter of an hour making them.
The time one takes doesn't affect the product.
Hope for a while, always 'tis true, and rocks to sleep are tedious pain. But Phyllis for gain must accrue, when nothing much is in its train.
I am already charmed by these dainty verses.
You have to check. You have the cheek to say that that is good.
You should indeed great complacence, less happen better take my word. Why should you be at that expense, when hope was all you could afford?
An elegant and happy choice of words.
Morbleu, bootlicker, you can praise this nonsense.
But if an end to this expectation, pushed to the last extreme of my passion, death must be my reliever, nor to prevent this serves your care. Fair Phyllis, 'tis downright despair, when we must hope forever.
Why, what a sweet seductive dying fall.
The devil take the fall, you poisoner. I wish you'd take one which would break your skull.
I've never heard such deftly rendered lines.
Morbleu!
You flatter me, and you think perhaps?
No, I'm not flattering.
What are you doing?
But now for you. You know the agreement we made. Pray, speak with sincerity.
Sir, this affair is always delicate. We always like to hear our wit commended, but once a friend of mine, I won't say who, showed me some poetry he'd just composed. I said gentlemen should never yield too readily to the itch of authorship. He ought to hold in check his urgent wish to publicly display his private pleasures. I said our eagerness to show our works leads us to play an inadvisable role.
Would you have me understand by this that I am wrong to pretend?
I don't say that. I told my friend to avoid all tepid writing, which is enough to bring a man discredit. For though we have good qualities aplenty, we're commonly judged according to our faults.
Do you mean that you have any objection to my song?
I don't say that, but to discourage him, I hinted that his mania for writing has injured many a well-considered man.
Why do I write ill? And should I resemble them?
I don't say that, but anyway, I asked him, what is your pressing need to rhyme, and why, for God's sake, must you get yourself in print? The only excuse for a bad book's publication is that some needy hack has written it. Take my advice and fight against temptation and hide your occupations from the public. And don't let folk persuade you to exchange your reputation as a man of sense for that, conferred by a mercenary printer, of a ridiculous and wretched author. That is what I tried to make him comprehend.
Admirably well put. And I think I understand you. But mayn't I know what it is in my song that...
Frankly, it's only fit to be pigeonholed. You've taken bad examples as your models, and your expressions are not normal. What do you mean by hope our woes disguise? And did you moan for pity audibly? And is your torment driving you to death? Was Phyllis really heartless offering hope? Do you believe perpetual hope is merely perpetual despair? Is that a fact? This sickly imagery that's now the rage is false to human nature and to truth. It's only wordplay. It's pure affectation. And that is not the way that nature talks. The bad taste of our time is terrifying. That of our rude forefathers was much better. I think much less of what is now admired than of an old song which I will sing you.
If the king should offer me Paris, his great city, if he said the prince would be, that I'd leave my pretty, I would tell the King Henry, keep your Paris, leave me be. I prefer my pretty sweet, I prefer my pretty.
The rhyme is so obvious and the style is old, but don't you see that it's the better poem than all these trumpetry things that flout good sense, for their emotions talking her true language?
If the king would offer me Paris, his great city, if he said the prince would be, that I'd leave my pretty, I would tell the King Henry, keep your Paris, leave me be. I prefer my pretty sweet, I prefer my pretty.
That's what a man in love might really say. Yes, you may laugh despite your intellectuals. I praise that more than all the affection of the gimcrack poetry of the current mode.
And I maintain that my verses are very good.
You have your reasons to esteem it so, but you'll permit me to have other reasons which will dispense me from accepting yours.
'Tis sufficient for me that I see other people value them.
They have the art of feigning. I have not.
Do you think you have so great a share of wit?
I would need more in order to praise your poem.
I shall be very well satisfied without your approbation.
I fear that you will have to do without it.
I should be very glad, for trial, that you would compose some verses upon the same subject after your manner.
I could write one unhappily just as bad, but I'd be certain to not show it around.
You speak to me with a great deal of assurance and this sufficiency.
If you want incense, go find someone else.
But my little sir, don't be so much in your altitudes.
Why, my big man, I take the tone I liked.
Gentlemen, calm yourself. Enough of this.
I'm in the wrong, I confess it, and I quit the place. I am your slave, sir, with my heart, with all my heart.
And I, sir, most obsequiously yours.
Well, you can see by being too sincere, you've got a nasty business on your hands. Now, clearly, Orante, in order to be flattered.
Don't talk to me!
But look,
Leave me alone!
really,
On your way!
if I,
No talk!
what?
I won't listen!
But
Enough!
now what? One.
This is too much, Pablo! Don't follow me or I will destroy the world!
Say what you please. I shall stay right beside you. This is what I deal with, folks.
I like to have fun while I'm here.
I've never seen Will this cracked up.
I told you this would be a good choice. Anyway. Act 2?
Excuse me. Act 2. Enter Alceste giving his hand to Celimene.
Madame, you wish me to speak all my thought? I am offended by the way you act, and your behavior wounds me to the heart. I fear that we may come to an outright breach. If I spoke otherwise, I should deceive you. Sooner or later, we shall have to quarrel. Though I should promise you the contrary 1,000 times, I could not keep my word.
And so it was to scold me, evidently, that you entreated so to bring me home?
I am not scolding, but your attitude is far too cordial to the casual stranger. You have too many suitors always about you, and that's a thing I find hard to stomach.
Is it my fault if people choose to court me? How can I help it if I seem attractive? When people take some pains to visit me, you want me to seize a stick and drive them out?
No, madam, no. It's not a stick you need, rather a heart less welcoming to their vows. I know that you are always beautiful. Your charm attracts men, then your manner holds them. Your gracious disposition towards their captives completes the work your loveliness began. You kindle in them overconfidence, which makes them persevere in their attentions. A somewhat less promiscuous affability would soon drive off this multitude of suitors. Tell me at least, madam, by what enchantment Clotander is so fortunate to please you? Upon what fund of merit and of virtue do you bestow the honor of your regard? Is it his lengthy fingernail that has established him in your esteem? Have you surrendered with society to excellence of his bright yellow wig? Is it his great knee ruffles which have won you, or the profusion of his dangling ribbons? Did his wide German breeches cast a spell when he professed himself to be your slave? Perhaps it is his high falsetto snicker which found the way to captivate your heart.
You take offense at him too readily. You must know surely why I humor him, because he's promised to engage his friends to help me in the lawsuit on my hands.
Then lose your case, madam, with fortitude, rather than humor my offensive rival.
You're getting jealous of the entire world.
Because you give the entire world your welcome.
But this should reassure your sensitive soul that I act pleasantly to all alike. You would have much more cause to be offended if I distinguished one particular man.
But I, whom you accuse of jealousy, what do I have, madam, that they have not?
The happiness of knowing that I love you.
And what grounds do you give me to believe that?
I think that since I ventured to admit it, my statement should be quite enough for you.
And what assures me that you are not making a similar statement to other men?
Now that's a pretty compliment from a lover. What a sweet character you give to me. I will relieve you since you're so distressed and take back everything I've just been saying. No one can now deceive you but yourself, and so be happy.
God, why must I love you? Why, if my heart is mine again, I'll bless heaven for granting me its kindly favor. I won't disguise the fact I do my best to kill the infatuation in my heart, but all my utmost efforts are in vain. It must be for my sins I love you so.
Your love, It is remarkable, at least.
Why, yes, it is indeed. It's like no other. It is beyond conception, and I grant no one has ever loved madam as I do.
In fact, the manner has its novelty. You love a lady only to abuse her, stating your passion with a string of insults. Such an ill-tempered love is something new.
But it is your power to change its humor, so let us have no more disputes, I beg you. Let us speak frankly. Find a way to check.
Monsieur Castet is here.
Well, send him up.
What? I can never speak to you alone. I always find you ready to welcome guests. You never can make up your mind to say to visitors that you cannot receive them.
So I should have a falling out with him?
But your civilities I find excessive.
He is a man who never would forgive me if he should learn I did not welcome him.
And why should that disturb you in the least?
Why, the goodwill of men like him is useful. They have acquired at court, I don't know how, the privilege of being listened to. They have a share in every conversation. They may not help you, but they can do harm. No matter what protection one may have, one shouldn't quarrel with these windy ranters.
And so, whatever one may say or argue, you justify receiving everybody, and all your actions rest upon precaution.
Enter Basque. Monsieur Cletendre is here, madame.
Exactly.
Where are you going?
Away.
No, wait.
And why?
Please, wait.
I can't.
I want you to.
No use. These conversations merely bore me stiff, and it's too much to try and make me bear them.
I want you to.
No, it is impossible.
All right, then. Go away. I won't prevent you. Oop, how do you say this? The Marquis were coming up with us. Were they announced? Yes, boss, some chairs. Still here?
Quite so. I want you to make clear whether your preference is for them or me.
Be quiet.
You will explain yourself today.
You're crazy.
No, you will declare yourself or I will destroy the world. You make up your mind.
I think you're joking.
No, I will not choose. I've borne this long enough.
Enter Cletendre and Castet.
Madam, I have just come from the palace. Lord! At the levee, Cletendre was a perfect loon. Has he no charitable friend to pull him up about his ludicrous behavior?
It's true. He plays the fool in society. Oh, I'm sorry. And at first glimpse, he strikes you as peculiar, but after you've not seen him for a while, you meet him again, he's even more peculiar.
Egad, if you must talk of extravagant people, I've just now been teased by a most tedious one. That reasoner Damon who kept me, and please ye, a full hour out on my chase in the heat of the sun.
He's good. That's you.
He's perfect in his way. He has learned the art of saying all and signifying nothing. Since he achieves a total lack of meaning, his words are properly a social noise. A good beginning, and it promises a nice annihilation of our neighbors.
Then, Tamonte, madam, is a curious creature.
He's the embodiment of mystery. He casts at you a frantic, furtive glance, and he is always busy about nothing. How he contorts his face to tell you something, and how he wearies you with his affectations. He draws you out of a pleasant conversation to tell you a secret which you know already. He makes a marvel of every commonplace, and even "good morning" he whispers in your ear.
And Gerald, madam?
The snob reporter. His single subject is the high nobility. He has no intimates without a title, and only quotes a princess, prince, or duke. He's mad about gentility. All his talk is horses, hounds, and hunting ceremonies. He always uses first names for the great Monsieur is dropped from his vocabulary.
He and Belize are here very close.
Well, she is dull enough, poor thing, to match him. It is a torture to receive her call. You struggle for a theme within her grasp, and then her helplessness in finding words keeps conversation at the point of death. In vain to rouse her from her sodden silence, you tried to startle her with platitudes, but even rain and sunshine, cold and heat, our subject soon exhausted in her presence. And still her appalling visit lasts and lasts until it seemed to approach infinity. You look at the clock, you yawn a dozen times, but she's immovable as a block of wood.
What think ye have addressed us?
The man of pride, inflated with affection for himself, his virtues most dissatisfied with the court. He rails against its actions every day. Every appointment that the court announces he takes as a personal insult to his merit.
But tell us what you think about young Clem, whom everyone is visiting these days.
His most outstanding merit is his cook, so people call upon his dinner table. It's true, he serves very delicious food. But I would wish he did not serve himself. His foolish person is unappetizing and spoils the savors of his splendid dinners.
His Uncle Demis is well spoken of. How do you like him?
He's a friend of mine.
I find him a very worthy man. Intelligent.
Yes, but he's too intelligent for me. He tries too hard, and when he holds the floor, you hear the grinding of his witticisms. Since he's becoming intellectual, nothing can please his taste. He's so refined. He sees the results in all our literature and thinks that clever men should never applaud. That criticism shows your scholarship that only idiots admire and laugh. And that one proves superiority by disproving all contemporaries. He even looks askance at conversation. He cannot stoop to deal with commonplaces. Crossing his arms, he looks with pity down from his intellectual summit on the babblers.
A true portrait of him split me.
You're marvelous at hitting people off.
Now thrust and stab, my worthy courtly friends. No one is spared. Everyone has his turn, and yet if one of them should allow himself, we'd see you all hurry to welcome him. Hold out your hands and take him in your arms, swearing you are his very humble servants.
Why blame us? If you don't like what you hear, your hostess is the one you should reproach.
No, to you, Morblot. Your fawning laughter impels her to produce these cynical slurs, and you encourage her satiric humor by the cajolement of your flatteries. She would be less inclined to mock and sneer if she observed that you did not applaud her, and so the flatterers are most to blame for the common vices of humanity.
Why do you take such interest in the victims? You would condemn in them what she's condemning.
The gentleman is forced to contradict. You don't expect that he would condescend to common judgments, failing to display his native character opposition. He never likes what other people like, and his opinion's always the contrary. He thinks he'd seem an ordinary man if he should never agree with anyone. He likes so much the honor of contradicting, he often starts an argument with himself. He battles against his own sincere convictions as soon as he hears another man express them.
Madame, you have the laughters on your side, and you satirize me as you please.
Still, it's a fact that you are always ready to shout defiance to every utterance. The peevish humor you yourself confess take issue with both praise and criticism.
Morbleu, the fact is, men are always wrong, and peevishness against them's always proper. I note in every circumstance they're either untimely applauders or unblushing critics.
But
No, madame, I'll say it though it kills me. You have amusements which I cannot endure, and one does wrong to encourage an inclination for the very faults which privately one condemns.
Well, I don't know, but for my part, I swear that I have always found the lady faultless.
With graces and attractions, I see her well stored, but for faults, they don't fall under my observation.
They're visible to me, I don't disguise them, and she knows well how I reproach her for them. The more you love, the less you ought to flatter, and true love is incapable of pardon. If I were she, I'd banish all admirers submissive to my slightest sentiment, fawning upon me with their cheap applause for even my most extreme extravagances.
so in short, According to your law for lovers, you will forbid all pretty compliments, and the supreme ideal of perfect love is to insult and vilify one's darling. Love doesn't fit with such high principles. Lovers are always sure they've chosen well. They can't see qualities to criticize, where in the loved one all is lovable, and so defects take on the air of virtues, and love provides its own vocabulary. The pale girl is as pure and white as jasmine, the swarthy one's a smoldering brunette, the thin young lady's willowy and svelte. The fat girl has a fine, majestic carriage. The sloppy and untidy miss becomes a wild and carefree harum-scarum beauty. The giantess takes on a goddess air. The dwarf is dainty and too cute for words. The vain girl has a dignity serene. The sly girl's smart. The dull girl's sweet and simple. The chatterbox has an engaging humor. The silent one has dark, mysterious depths. And thus, a truly smitten lover loves even the faults of his enamorado. Enough of this. Come, let us take a walk in the gallery. Gentlemen, you're not going?
Oh, no.
You are obsessed with fear of their departure. Leave when you like, messieurs. I give you warning that I won't go till after you have left.
Did I not think I should be troublesome to the lady? I had nothing to call me hence the whole day.
As long as I attend the king's retiring, I have no business calling me away.
You're joking, surely.
Not by any means. We'll see if I'm the one you asked to leave.
Enter Basque.
Sir, this is a man who wishes to talk to you. He says the matter must be dealt with now.
Tell him there's no such thing as an urgent matter.
He's wearing a long coat with pleated skirts and good on it.
Go and see what it is. Or have him enter.
An officer of the Marshals of France enter. Exit Basque.
What do you want with me? Come in, come in.
Sir, I want to speak a word or two with you.
Speak up, sir. There's no need for secrecy.
The marshals of France, whom commands I am charged with, order you, sir, to come and appear before them immediately.
Who, me, monsieur?
Yourself, sir.
And what for?
It's a ridiculous business with Arante.
What's that?
Arante and he had a quarrel about some poetry he didn't approve, and the court desired to pacify the affair.
I'll never make a base capitulation.
You must obey the order, make up your mind.
What do they want as reconciliation? Will the decision of the court condemn me to find the poetry in question good? I won't unsay a single thing I've said. The poem is bad.
If you'll just take it easy.
I won't retract. The poem is terrible.
You'll have to act in a reasonable manner. Come on.
All right, I'll go, but nothing will force me to take back my words.
Come on, we'll answer the summons.
Unless a special order from the king orders me to approve the poem in question, I will maintain forever that it is bad, and that the man who wrote it should be hanged. Zounds, gentlemen, I didn't realize I was so funny.
Well, hurry and make your appearance before the court.
Madame, I'll do so then. I'll come back here to finish our discussion.
Well, folks, we've done 2 acts of a 5-act play for you. Moliere's classic, The Misanthrope. And quite frankly, you guys don't have to see this, but dealing with this group, I can relate. I've been Robert.
I'm Will.
Oh, I'm Deja.
Mike Breen.
Connor.
And we're thanking you for sticking around with us like this. If you want to read more of this, there's 3 copies in the library. They're easy to get to. There's a copy on Hoopla. There's a copy on Cloud Library. There's certainly better copies of this being performed elsewhere on Hoopla. I've yet to search for it, but I can almost guarantee you can find a video of one of Moliere's most famous plays being performed somewhere, which has to be funnier than our nonsense. We've been great. You've been great. Let's all have a great day. We're classically cutting out now.
And destroying the world!